Greetings, it's Jeffrey Guterman of the Strat-O-Matic Baseball Network, and we've got a late afternoon ball game here for you. It's the Atlanta Braves at the St. Louis Cardinals. Indeed. And I will be back with the lineups in just about 2 or 3 minutes. So stand by. It's August 23, the last game of this season. We'll have updated standings and leaders tomorrow morning. It's Phil Niekro, right-hander for Atlanta, and Steve Carlton, the southpaw, hard thrower for the St. Louis Cards. I'll be back in just a few minutes, and we'll go over the lineups, and then we'll have the first pitch. Stand by. Oh. Kathy Horton has arrived. Hey, Kathy, I'm trying out a new strain right now. Just giving it a little time here. I don't want to overdo it. I'm told it's very good. Wow. It is very, very good. Wow. Oh, it's very good. Oh, it is. I guess it's fresh. It doesn't have much of an aroma. It has buoyancy, which is good. It shows it's fresh. But it has a very, very nice feeling. Whew, Lord. We'll get back to that later. Let's look at our opening lineups here. For the Atlanta Braves, leading off, it's Felipe in center field. Felix playing second base, Henry in right, Rico in left, Orlando at first, Cletus at third base, Didier behind the plate, Garrido at short, and Philip Niekro, the knuckler, the right-handed knuckler. For the Cards, it's Brock in left, Davalillo starting again for the injured Kurt Flood in center, Pinson in right, Torrey at first base, McCarver catching, Mike Shannon is at third, Phil Gagliano at second base. Wow, that is very tasty stuff. Dal Maxfield at short, and Steve Carlton, the pitcher, left-hander. Steve comes in with 11 wins. Phil Niekro has 17. The Braves have a 1.5 game lead in the NL West, and the Cardinals 9.5 behind in second place in the East, and we are in St. Louis, and the Cardinals take the field. So it's Carlton on the mound, and here comes Felipe for the Braves to lead it off. That is a different kind of strain, I'll tell you that. Whew. Here's Felipe now at the plate. Carlton on the mound, the left-handed pitcher. The windup and the pitch to Felipe. That's 4-7 right-handed, and that is a base hit by Felipe to open it up. And Kathy Harden for the Braves. Felipe is on first with a leadoff single. And here's Felix. Felix is an A bunter. He's going to lay it down like a good boy should. And it's in as a B bunter. Okay, Carlton from the stretch. As I recall, Carlton had an awful outing last time. I could be wrong. Here's the pitch to Felix. That's 5B, and it's hit back to Carlton. He throws to first to get me on, and Felipe advances. So it's a sacrifice bunt for Felix. And here comes Henry, future Hall of Famer. Wow, that is very good. Very good stuff. Here's Henry now. Carlton from the stretch, the pitch to Henry. That's 1-6, left-handed, and that is a fly ball to right field. And Pinson makes the catch. It's 2 away. Felipe holds. Rico Cardi now in a situation. Lord, that is something. It's a much better feeling than what I've been using. Whew. Less paranoia, more some stimulation, but not overpowering. Nice visual field. I like it. Okay, Rico, right-handed hitter facing Carlton. 2 outs. It's Felipe on second. And the pitch to Cardi. That's 5-7 right-handed. Struck him out. And the side is retired. First strikeout for Steve. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left. We've gone half an inning. It's Atlanta nothing. St. Louis coming to bat. This is the, I don't know. I really don't know. I'm going to have to ask. I really do not know. Here's Phil Niekro of Atlanta, the knuckler. Leading it off will be Lou Brock. Brock, left-handed hitter. Here's Niekro now. Pitch to Brock. That's 6-6, left-handed. And that is a fly to center. And Felipe makes the catch. It's 1 away. We're glad to have you here on the Strat-O-Matic Baseball Network Sunday late afternoon edition, depending on where you're at. The tweet is up. Okay, nice fly balls to center for 1 away, and here's Vic Davalillo, left-handed hitter. The pitch from Niekro. That's 112, right-handed. Pops it up to the right side of first base, just in foul territory. Orlando is there, and it's 2 away. So it's a very nice feeling. It's not overpowering. It allows me to enjoy the moment. Here's Veda Pinson with 2 outs, nobody on. Niekro. The pitch to Pinson. 6-5, left-handed, hit well with power into right field, and Aaron gets under it, makes the catch, and there's a 1-2-3 for Phil Niekro. So after 1, it's a scoreless ball game. This is the final game of August 23, 1969. Tomorrow morning, I will update the standings, check the games behind, double check them, look at leaders, and post it on our community board. Top of the second here. Steve Carlton takes the mound. Leading it off is Orlando for the Braves, facing his former team. Steve gets the sign from McCarver into his windup, and the pitch to Orlando. That's 1-8, left-handed, pops it up to short for Maxville, and there's 1 away here. Here's Cletus. And Rhodes Scholar has arrived. He's for St. Louis. That'll balance it out. with Kathy for Atlanta. We'd love to hear from you if you're here. Love to hear from all of you in text. Doing fairly well, RS, as well as can be expected. Here's Cletus now. I'm trying to learn how to not give too much of a shit about some things. Here's Carlton now. The pitch to Boyer. That's 4-7 right-handed. And that is a base hit by Cletus. The second hit off of Carlton tonight. Cletus is on. That was 1-9. I'll tell you, Dolphins were a huge disappointment today, if anyone was watching. Poor defense. And too many sacks on Tua. I heard several people were injured, so that could be a factor. Sure busted the bubble from last week. It's Cletus on first. I'm not feeling as weighed down and paranoid on this, so I'm still a little bit worried about some things, but a little better. Very, very nice. I heard from both of them. Didier is at the plate. Whoops. Didier has stepped out of the plate for a moment, and he's back in. Carlton is ready. I heard from my son and his fiance, and they're good, so I'm good right now. Here's the pitch to Didier. 5-7 switch hitter. Batting right, he struck him out. That's the second for Steve. 2 down. It's less paranoia. Thank you, Bert. It's less paranoia. It's slightly uplifting. It is mildly energizing. And just very moderately euphoric. So it's very, very good. It's good for function. Okay, I feel like I'm able to run through this ball game at the pace I wish to. So it's an amazing, it's from nature, people. It's from nature, weed. Here's Steve now trying to finish this inning off. Cletus with a short lead off first and 2 down. Garrido at the plate now. Here's the pitch from Steve. That's 3-11 left-handed. He walked him, so Garrido draws a base on balls. It's first and second, 2 down, and here comes Phil Niekro. We have a nice rainy day here in Fort Lauderdale, where we are located in Studio B of the Victoria Park Studios, and we broadcast remotely through Strat-O-Matic, YouTube, and your imagination. It's Mother Nature, and I don't fool with it, RS. Steve has first and second now with 2 down, trying to finish this off. Here's Niekro, a 3WR. It's funny how things can change your brain chemistry. The pitch from Steve. That's 6-6, right-handed, struck him out. The pitch and the side is retired. Third strikeout for Steve, and it's no runs. 1 hit, a walk. He left 2 on. And we're in the middle of the second on a very lovely Sunday late afternoon. Playing a game of Strat-O-Matic 1969 baseball. Niekro takes the mound. He retired the cards in order in the first. It's going to be Torrey to lead it off. Okay, Phillip into his windup. Here's the pitch. 6-11, right-handed, fly ball to center, and Felipe getting under it. And that's 1 away. Now Tim McCarver. Nice sounds of rain coming down here in Victoria Park, Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Niekro gets the sign from Didier. He's set and into his windup. That is 3-8, right-handed, pops it up to second. Felix has it. 2 away for Mike Shannon. Indeed. Shannon, a right-handed batter. Niekro. And that 6-8 right-handed struck him out on a knuckler. Struck out watching. First strikeout for Niekro. Another 1-2-3. He's retired the first 6 cards in this ball game. We've gone 2. It's a scoreless ball game. I checked real-world attendance on this game. By the way, Atlanta won it 3-1. It was over 40,000. I didn't bother to write it down. I do have an announcement to make, and it's positive news. As a follow-up to those who were following my diatribe about the error on Jim Rowland's 1969 A's card, they do have a section on their website called Announcements, and errors are posted there. But I just want to suggest to them that that's a very inconspicuous location. It's not easy. It needs to be prominent on the homepage. And they may not like the idea to say corrections, but better to be forthcoming. Like I said, the public is very any PR person will tell you the public is forgiving, but you got to get in front of it when you make an error and then correct it. I'll be posting a tweet on this with a link to 1 or 2 of them. Yeah, well, it'll be nice, RS, because like I said, consumer confidence is very important. I don't know what the error you found. I'd like to know what it is. Okay. So anyway, let's go to the top of the third. I still have confidence for the most part. Okay. And it's a replay anyway. It's a fantasy anyway. Even if there were an error or two here, I make an error or two here when I play the game, and we can just incorporate it into the game, if you follow what I'm saying. Because if I'm gonna get obsessed about it, then I'm gonna buy into the myth of 100% accuracy, and that's not what this game is really about. It's good accuracy, it's high accuracy, but it's not complete accuracy. So we can forgive that. Felipe now, but I think they should have a method, including printing it on the roster and having new printings, and putting it prominently on the website and tweeting it, for Christ's sakes. And they're on Facebook too. They're even on frickin' TikTok, I believe. Anyway, you don't have to get into that, Road Scholar. Top of the third, unless you want to. Steve back on the mound. He's thrown 2 scoreless, allowed 2 hits, walked a batter, struck out 3. And it's going to be top of the order. Felipe now. Singled in the first, left on. Here's Steve into his windup. And that is a 4-7 right-handed. And that's a base hit. Another, I think that someone else hit that there. Went right over the head of Gagliano. And that's the second hit today for Felipe. Felipe on first. And here's Felix. It feels like deja vu all over again. You know what? We will have him hit away this time. We'll give Felix a chance to hit away. Right-handed hitter against Carlton. All right, Road Scholar, I understand. Here's the pitch to Felix now. That's 3-2, left-handed, walked him. So it's first and second. Good eye by Felix. It's Felix on first, Felipe on second. And here comes Henry Aaron. And that's a strike call to Aaron. Henry flew to right in the first. Here's Carlton now. From the stretch. The pitch to Aaron. That's 1-4 left-handed. Lines it to first, caught by Torrey. That's one away. And here's Rico. Lefty Steve on the mound. Nice to see 2 pitchers of this caliber. But yeah, Steve's been hit pretty hard this year. Some rough luck. First and second, one down. Pitch to Rico now. That's 5-2 right-handed. Chops it to second for Gagliano. He's a 4-10. Gagliano going after that. 4-10-12. That'll be 10. Let's see if he can get this. Whoa, it's an 11. He boots it. Gagliano could not get the handle. It's a 1-base error. It's a 10. And that's going to load them up. So Steven is in a jam here. Base is loaded. It's 1 out. And here's Orlando. Orlando popped to short in the second. And Ron has arrived. Ron McGrath has arrived. Great to see you, Ron. We've got Atlanta at St. Louis. Last game of August 23, 1969. Cards won the first 9-0, a complete game win by Gibson, 5-hitter. We're scoreless here, top of the third. Again, second of a 3. And its bases loaded with 1 out. Gagliano just made an error. Here's Orlando. Ron frickin' McGrath. And the pitch from Carlton. That's 6'10", right-handed. Grounds it to short. This could be 2. Maxville, 227. 19-2, and he turns the double play, Maxville. It was Maxville to Gagliano, over to Torrey, and that's going to retire the side. You know, Carlton has had some base runners today, but again, it's no runs. 1 hit, a walk, an error, 2 left on, middle of the third. And it's a scoreless frickin' ball game. Here comes Niekro now. Niekro has retired the first 6 Cardinals in this ball game. Leading it off will be Gagliano. Here's Niekro now. The windup and the pitch. Whoa, it's a knuckler. 4-7, and he struck him out swinging. Oh, my. I love to look at that. That's the second strikeout for Niekro. One down. Here's Maxville. Steve comes out on deck. Niekro is ready. Here's the pitch. That's 6'11", right-handed. Fly to center for Felipe. And Felipe makes the catch. It's 2 away. Now Steve is the batter. His first plate appearance tonight. He's a 3 NL at the plate. Niekro, and the pitch. That's 1-9. Oh, it's a base hit off Carlton's own card. And that's the first hit and the first base runner of the ball game, and it's by Steve Carlton, the pitcher. Here's Lou Brock. Carlton on first, 2 down. Brock flew to center in the first. Here's the pitch. That's 3-8, and he struck him out, and the side is retired on a knuckleball again. And it's no runs, 1 hit, the single by Carlton. He was left on base. We've gone 3, and it's a scoreless ball game. Here's Steve Carlton now. Cletus will lead it off. He's singled in the second, left on. Carlton winds and deals. That's 1-5, left-handed. Fly ball left field for Brock. And that's 1 away. Bob Didier steps into the box. Switch hitter batting right against Steve Carlton. Here's Steve. The pitch to Didier. That's 5-4, right-handed, grounds to third X. Shannon, 324. 9-3, 24. Shannon, can he get this? I'm not sure. I don't think so. He boots it. Shannon booted that, and that is the second error today for the Cardinals. Didier on first with one out. Here's Garrido. Carlton from the stretch. That's 2-8. Left-handed, grounds to third. Shannon throws to Gagliano to force Didier. It's 2 outs and Garrido now on first base. Here's the pitcher, Phil Niekro. He struck out in the second. Wow, that is some strong fucking weed. Here's Carlton now. Pitch to Niekro. That's 5-11. Right-handed. And he grounds it to short for Maxville, who throws it to Torrey to retire the side. So no runs. The error, one left, middle of the fourth. This is a scoreless ball game, and this is quite a ball game. Niekro pitching better than Carlton, but Carlton is putting runners on base, but getting out of it. And I think we're in for quite a ball game here. Now, I hope everybody is good out there. And they should also, Strat-O-Matic should also invite customers to submit errors as found. I mean, anything less than that is negligent. Everything what I'm talking about. Again, I really don't care too much if there's 1 or 2 errors in a set or something. I understand that, but let's at least make good on it when we learn of the error. Okay, Niekro takes the mound. He'll start his fourth. He's allowed 1 hit. That's the only base runner. He struck out 3. Davalillo will lead it off. Okay, Niekro now. The pitch to Davalillo. That's 3-7, right-handed. Flies it to center field for Felipe. And there's 1 away. Tell you, these Cardinals are anticipating the knuckleball, and that's a tough thing to do, especially when Niekro turns around and throws a changeup or a fastball. So they're really on their toes here. And Niekro is in good form. Pinson 0 for 1 with 1 out. He flew to right in the first. Niekro now. That's 3-4, and he pops it to first. Cepeda under it. And there's 2 away, so Niekro just mowing through. The only person to reach base has been the pitcher, Steve Carlton, with the base hit last inning. Torrey flew to center in the second. Niekro gets the sign. And here's the windup. That's 2-7, right-handed, walked him. So there's the second base runner allowed by Niekro. It's Torrey on first, 2 down, and Tim McCarver. From the stretch, the pitch from Phillip. Whoa, 4-9, and he grounds it to short. Garrido, 3-18. 17-3, he throws him out. And the side is retired. So Niekro continues to be very strong. No runs, no hits. The walk to Torrey. Left on base after 4 were scoreless. Steve Carlton comes out on the mound to start his 5th inning. His first endurance is the 8th, Niekro the 9th. Leading it off for Atlanta is Felipe again. 2 for 2, 2 singles tonight off Steve. He was left on both times. All right. Oh, interesting. Yeah, right, Rhodes Scholar. You see, they need to up their game, Rhodes Scholar. I'm not putting them down. It's just my standards are extremely high. Okay, I'm an idealist. I believe it can be done. What am I talking about? The best possible method. And yes, it will require them to labor. And if charge more money, for Christ's sakes. Do whatever you got to do. The son of Hal Richmond. I mean, ultimately, it's his responsibility. I think he is the person who makes all those decisions, CEO. Here's Felipe now. Steve into his windup, and I want to be part of the solution. I'm not just complaining. The pitch to Felipe now. That's 4-8. Right-handed, walked him. So Carlton throws his second walk. It's Felipe on first. Here's Felix now. Let's see what he's going to do. He had a bunt to move Felipe to second, left on in the first. He walked in the third. I think they're going to let Felipe hit again. Here's Steve now from the stretch, and not Felipe, Felix. The pitch to Felix. 3-5 left-handed, chops it to second, and it's as good as a sacrifice. Gagliano throws it over to Torrey, and Felipe goes to second. So they decided for us. Here's Henry Aaron. Henry is 0 for 2. And a solution, exactly. Exactly, RS. And I'm sincere about this, folks, but the good thing is I'm not angry anymore, but I am determined to help them create a better system. The foundation of the new system is transparency. We've talked about all the innuendos. Okay, Carlton is ready. Here's the pitch to Henry. That's 6-3 right-handed. Fly ball left. Brock going back. He's a 215. Let's see if he gets this. That's 5-2. He does. And Felipe holds. So it's 2 down. And here's Rico now. But I'm perfectly fine. My confidence remains high for Strat-O-Matic. Not so much their customer ethic, if you will, but yeah, for the game, I'm not going to let a little 1 or 2 errors spoil it. It's a fantasy anyway. We'll count that as part of the game. Rico steps in, 2 outs. It's Felipe in scoring position. They've had runners in scoring position in the first, second, third. This is a clutch situation for Rico now. Steve looks in. He shakes off a sign. Now he's ready. And the pitch to Rico. That's 2-9 left-handed. Grounded back to Carlton. He's got it. Throws to Torrey. And that will retire the side. We're in the middle of the 5th here, folks. And it's a scoreless ball game. 2 greats on the mound. I think Niekro made the haul, didn't he? So we have 2 Hall of Famers there. I think Aaron made the haul. Brock made the haul. I'm not sure if Torrey did. So they have 4 Hall of Famers at least. We're heading to the bottom of the 5th. It'll be Shannon, Gagliano, and Maxville for St. Louis. Here's Shannon now to lead it off. Niekro on the mound. The pitch to Shannon. That's 5-9 right-handed. Fly ball center field for Felipe, 1 away. Here's Phil Gagliano. Gogs has struck out today. The pitch to Gagliano. That's 2-6, and he grounds it back to Niekro. Tosses it to Orlando, and that's 2 outs. If you like pitching, you're in for a treat tonight here. A true duel. When hits are hard to come by, well, not so hard. They've had base runners too. Atlanta has had runners on base. Cards only 2. Here's the pitch to Maxville. 3-7, right-handed, grounds it to short for Garrido over to Orlando. And there's yet another 1-2-3 by Philip Niekro. And we've gone 5 innings here in St. Louis. It's a 5-5 ball game. And out comes Steve now. Orlando leads it off for Atlanta. Steve is on the mound. Here's the pitch now to Orlando. 6-6, right-handed, struck him out. That's the 4th for Steven. He's going to need 6 more. RS. Cletus, 1 for 2. One 5, struck him out. Oops, lefty, flies to left. And under it is Brock. It's 2 outs. Bob Didier steps in. He was elected, okay. Yeah. Okay, so that's 5. Here's Carlton. Could have been both. 6-4 Switch hitter batting right flies to center. X. That's going to be Davalillo at 2-4. He's getting under that. 19-2, he makes the catch. And the side, it's 1-2-3 for Carlton. And this might be a good time just to take a break for about 3 minutes, just for me to reconstitute. We hope you're enjoying the ball game. I love a scoreless ball game on a rainy night. We're 5.5 here. And Kathy Harden is here. She's for Atlanta. We have Ron McGrath for the Cards. It's a duel between Philip Niekro and Stephen Carlton. I assume Niekro's in the hall. I think he won, how many games did he win? A lot. He didn't win 300 though, did he? Oh, Lord. I thought I remember him having won about 300. And he died 2 years ago, 81 years old. Yeah, 318, folks. 300 and frickin' 18 wins. All right. That's a lot of frickin' wins. Oh. I'm gonna contrast this now and use some of the other stuff in a couple minutes, just to see how that works. It's a scoreless ball game, and I'll be back in just a few minutes. Oh, my Lord. Oh, excuse me, please. 4 World Series. Wow. Let me see if I can get any of the others. I'm going to say Casey Stengel for sure. That's tough. It's really tough for me off the top of my head. I'm going to guess, and this is a bad guess. Oh, Joe McCarthy? That would be 3. And then it would be very hard for me, I guess. I don't know. Miller Huggins, maybe, and I don't know who the 5th would be. I really don't know. We're going to get back to this ball game. Okay, it's the bottom of the 6 cards coming up. Here's Niekro now. He's been so tough. He has retired. $15 out of 17. Yeah, McCarthy and Stengel. Oh, Murtaugh's a good guess. 60, 71, 79. I don't know if he was still with them in 79. I think they had Chuck Tanner. I could be wrong. Here's Steve Carlton now. John McGraw for the Giants. He has to be. How about John McGraw? And I don't know. Maybe, I don't know if they won 4. I guess I'm going to say Connie Mack. Should have thought of them. Here's Carlton leading it off. Niekro on the mound. The pitch to Steve. That's 1-5, and he grounds it to short for Garrido, 1 away. Lasorda, of course. Lasorda. Mac is correct. I don't know about Lasorda. Maybe. I don't know. Yeah, maybe. Mac is correct. How about John McGraw of the Giants? They had to have won 4 or more. Oh, that's a good guess. Sparky is a very good guess. Here's Lou Brock now, 1 out, nobody on. It's our Sunday night trivia question. Niekro, the pitch to Brock. 3-11, right-handed. It's a base hit for Brock. Oh, McGraw was 3. I'm surprised. Brock is on. It's only the 2nd hit allowed by Niekro. He's being held. He is a 1-17. We're going to send him. 1-17 being held. Alston is a very good guess. Here's Davalillo now at the plate. The pitch. There goes Brock on the first pitch. And he is out! Oh! Didier throws him out. It was 1-17. And he threw him out. What a beautiful throw by Bob Didier. It's in keeping with this ball game. Alston. Very good. Oh, here's Vic Davalillo now. It's 1 out, nobody on. It was 1-17. And he pulled the 20. Didier got him. He's right on that. Okay, Niekro, the pitch to Davalillo. That's 1-7, right-handed. Chops it to second for Felix. Over to Orlando. And the side is retired, so I'll tell you, it's a pitcher's duel. It's scoreless through 6, and it's Steve Carlton now, the top of the 7th. Garrido leads it off. He threw a beautiful, perfect strike to get Brock. There it is from Road Scholar. McCarthy, Stengel, Mack, Alston, and Torrey. Wow. And okay, here's Garrido lead it off here. Phil Niekro is out on the on-deck circle. The pitch from Steven. That's 6-11 right-handed. Fly ball to right field X. Pinson, he's a 2-1. 16-2, he makes the catch. 1 down. And here's Niekro. Phillip is 0 for 2 today. The pitch to Niekro. 3-8. Struck him out. And that's the 5th for Steven. 2 away for Felipe. 2 for 2 and a walk, Felipe, off Stephen Carlton. 2 outs, top of the 7th. Scoreless ball game here. August 23, 1969 replay. And the pitch to Felipe. 4-9 right-handed, walked him. Second walk that Felipe has drawn, and the 4th walk given up by Steven. Felipe on first, 2 down, Felix. Four right-handed, catcher X. That's going to be McCarver 3-5. That's 3-3. He fouls out cleanly. And that retires the side. So it's no runs, no hits. The walk to Felipe left on. This is the 7th inning stretch. It's a scoreless ball game. I'm going to try some of the other stuff just to balance it out, Kathy, just to see how that feels. I can't. Sometimes I just can't believe I was born. Such a profound thing. Oh, is that tasty? I like the mix so far. No. I like to make my own hybrids. Life is scary, I'm telling you folks. When you love someone, life can be scary. Here's Veda Pinson to lead it off. Indeed, Road Scholar. Pinson leading it off. He's 0 for 2. Carlton has been almost unhittable today. I'm sorry, Niekro. Almost unhittable today. Here's the pitch to Pinson. 5-4 left-handed. Catcher X. Didier 2-2. 15-2 and he fouls out. 1 away for Joe Torre. Torre flew to center and walked. Niekro. Whoa, that's a reroll. That was a knuckler that really got out of the way. That's 1-7 right-handed. Struck him out. Swinging. On a knuckler. Something really exciting to watch about that. That's the 4th for Phillip. 2 outs, nobody on. Here's McCarver. Yesterday was quite a ball game. I think it was 12 innings. Just a mess of a game. Niekro, the pitch to McCarver. That's 2-8 right-handed. Pops it up to second for Felix. And the side is retired. 1-2-3 for Niekro. He's been unbelievable tonight. Steve a little bit less or so, but he's allowed no runs, so there's that. And that's big. So Henry will lead it off here, top of the 8th. It's a scoreless ball game between these two greats on the mound. Okay, Carlton. Aaron 0 for 3 tonight. 6-8, right-handed. Grounds to third, Shannon. Over to Torre, 1 away. Now Rico. Rico 0 for 3, reached on an error, out in a double play. Six, he struck him out, and that's the 6th for Steve. 2 outs, nobody on, brings up Orlando now. We're on the top of the 8th. St. Louis won the first game of this 3, 9-0. Gibson went all the way for the win, 5-hitter. This one is scoreless. The pitch to Orlando. 6-7, right-handed, fly ball to right. And under it is Pinson, and it's a 1-2-3 for Carlton. You like this score sheet, Kathy? It's clean, I'll tell you that. Phil Niekro now, bottom of the 8th. Shannon leads it off. Niekro now on the mound. Bottom of the 8th, pitch to Shannon. That's 1-12 right-handed, lines it to third and caught by Cletus. 1 down. Up comes Phil Gagliano. If you want, I'll post it. You talking about this one or yesterday's game? Yesterday's game was pure madness. Gagliano 0 for 2. Niekro gets the sign. 6-6 right-handed, and that is a base hit for Gagliano. A one-out single. Brings up Dal Maxfield with one out. And there he is, Steve Carlton on deck. He's going all the way here. Bullpens are quiet. Here's the pitch to Maxfield. That's 2-9 right-handed, and it's a fly ball to left field. For Carty, he makes the catch, and that's 2 outs. And yes, Steve Carlton is coming up. Steve singled and grounded to short. If you want, I can post it on the community board, Kathy Hart. Here's Carlton now at the plate. 2 outs. It's Gagliano on first, the go-ahead run in a scoreless ball game. Here's the pitch to Carlton. That's 5-7, left-handed. Whoa, that is a base hit for Carlton, his second hit of the game. Gagliano rounds second, and he goes to third. Steve with his second base hit. First and third, 2 down. Niekro's first endurance is the 9th. And here's Lou Brock in a situation. A base hit, and he can put the Cardinals ahead. It's a scoreless game. Niekro in trouble for the first time tonight. Here's Niekro, the pitch to Brock. That's 4-5, left-handed, grounds it to first. Orlando has it, and he runs to first to the bag, and the side is retired. So it's no runs for the Cardinals. On 2 hits and both left on, Steve almost made a big contribution. 201, not bad for Steve. Not bad, Rhodes Scholar. Well, speaking of Steve, Steve takes the mound. This is his second endurance inning. The crowd is buzzing here. It's top of the 9th. It's very quiet here. Not quiet here. It's and Cecil Upshaw, I see now Cecil Upshaw is warming. 13 homers, that's amazing. He must have just been a good hitter, you know? Holy cow. Cecil, a right-handed pitcher, is warming. Boyer will lead it off. Joe Horner is warming. He's a left-hander. And so is Mudcat Grant, a right-hander. Horner did not pitch in this game in real world, but he's sufficiently rested. Okay, Carlton, the windup and the pitch to Cletus. For the top of the 9th, 3-10 grounds it to short. Maxfield, Torrey, 1 down. To start off the top of the 9th, here's Bob Didier. Didier 0 for 3. And the pitch. 5-7, switch hitter batting right, struck him out. Oh, Steve, with his 7th strikeout. So Steve has gotten very strong here in the late innings. He's retired 13 out of 14 batters or more. 3, 6, 9, 12, 13, 14. 13 out of 14 batters in a row here at the end. It's 2 outs, nobody on. Garrido is the batter. And if Steve gets through this, if Niekro does not come up, he will pitch the bottom of the ninth. Here's Steve Carlton now. The pitch to Garrido. Oh, that does not count. The whole thing, because it landed in my between my thighs, and I stopped it from falling, and that's interference. So we'll just do the whole thing. We're not even going to look. Here's the pitch to Garrido. We have house rules. That's going to be 2-7 left-handed. Grounds it to short, Maxville. To Orlando, 1-2-3 for Steve, and he's gotten so hot here at the end. Only 1 base runner in 4 innings, a walk. He has struck out 7. We're heading to the bottom of the ninth, and out comes Phil Niekro. This will be his last inning in the event that the Cardinals do not win it. There'll be a pinch hitter for Phillip. Leading it off is Vic Davalillo. It will be Davalillo, Pinson, and Torrey. No runs. Scoreless game, bottom of the ninth. Niekro. The pitch to Davalillo. 5-4 left-handed, catcher X, Didier 2-2. He should have this. 5-2, and he pops out. It's an awesome pitcher's duel. Joseph, here's Pinson now. 1 out, nobody on. Niekro. And here's the pitch to Pinson. That's 2-2, right-handed. Hit deep by Veda. Back to the wall, left field, Rico, and he makes a one-handed catch. He just caught up with it and may have saved this ball game for Atlanta. Oh, my. Let's look at that again. 2-2 on Veda against the right-hander. Home run 1-8. And back went Carty against the wall with a one-handed, he just stuck his arm up there and got it. It was just such a, he's not a good fielder, but he sure had an instinct there. So it's 2 outs. And here's Joe Torre. Oh my. Torre, 0 for 2 with a walk. Okay, Niekro now. The pitch to Torrey. 3-4. Grounds it back to Niekro. He throws it to Orlando. And it's a 1-2-3. We're going to extra innings. Indeed we are. Top of the 10th. And there's going to be a hitter for Phil Niekro. That's the way I work. I'm certainly not going to let him go more. I might let a pitcher go 10 innings, maybe 11 if there's no pinch hitter. But that's it. 1, 2, 4 hits. Walked 1. He's just amazing tonight. Struck out 4, allowed no runs. He can still win this. And it will be Cecil Upshaw coming in to pitch the bottom of the 10th for Atlanta. Let's see who's hitting here as Steve Carlton comes out. Steve, just the roll of the die, he can conceivably pitch 2 more innings, 11, but that would be it. Still realistic. Coming in to hit is Bob Aspromonte. It was a great job by Philip Niekro. Bob Aspromonte is the hitter for Atlanta. He's a right-handed hitter going against Carlton. So Aspromonte steps into the batter's box here. Carlton is ready. Here's the windup, and starting his 10th inning here, the pitch to Aspromonte. That's 1-6 left-handed, and he flies it to center. Davalillo makes the catch. Right in the middle of a lot of trouble there. Aspromonte is retired. Here's Felipe now. Felipe, 2 singles, 2 walks. It's a scoreless game here. Pitch to Felipe. That's 3-7 left-handed. It's a base hit by Felipe, his 3rd of the game. He's 3 for 3 and has drawn 2 walks. Felipe is the go-ahead run here. Felix comes up with 1 out, and Henry out on deck. 1 down. Here's Carlton. And the pitch to Mian. 3-6, left-handed, grounds to short. Maxville to Gagliano, and over to Torrey, and that's a double play. No runs, 1 hit, none left. We're heading to the bottom of the 10th. It's a scoreless ball game. And there's a new pitcher now for the Atlanta Braves. It's Cecil Upshaw. He's coming in from the bullpen. Cecil for Niekro after Aspromonte pinch hit. If you like good pitching, this has been a great game. And the crowd of over 40,000. And you can look at it on Baseball Reference. I don't remember the exact amount. I should have wrote it down. Atlanta won this one, Real World 3-1. Upshort taking his warm-ups now. He'll face McCarver, Shannon, and Gagliano. It's a sudden death situation. Last licks. And leading it off is McCarver. Left-handed hitter facing Cecil. Okay, Cecil now, he's ready. McCarver at the plate, 0 for 3. Here's the pitch. That's 111 right-handed. Base hit to right for Tim. McCarver. Off Cecil. So Tim's on first. Here's Mike Shannon. Gagliano on deck. .17 right-handed, base hit, right up the middle, over the head, just over the head of Felix. It's first and second. The winning run in scoring position now, bottom of the 10th. Again, Cards took the first game 9-0. Bob Gibson threw a 5-hit complete game shutout. Now Carlton still in this ball game. Both pitchers, both starters, Carlton and Niekro, scoreless. Upshur in now. The pitch to Gagliano. That's a spinner. 5-7, right-handed, struck him out. Oh, swinging. Gagliano almost fell down. He was really swinging for the fences. Here's Dal Maxfield now. And there will be a hitter. If he doesn't double here, there'll be a hitter for Steven. Cards have two warming. It's Mudcat and Joe Horner. Upshur. And the pitch to Maxfield. That's 6-6 right-handed. It's a base hit to center. McCarver. Rounding third. 1-12. -1, 1-11. Here comes Tim to win it. The throw from Felipe. And he's safe. The Cards win it. Oh, Tim McCarver. Right under the slide. A walk-off single by McCarver, Maxfield. And he swung it. And that's the ball game. The Cardinals take it 1-0 in a thriller. We confirmed. It was a great game, Bart Ewing. Absolutely. We had the thing. It was to center field. I forgot where it was. I confirmed it. I think it was here. It was 1 out. And from second, McCarver rounded third. He's a 1-12. Just looking at the replay here. 1-13, 1-12. And that was to center field, -1 with Felipe, 1-11, and that was a 5. He had time. So the Cardinals win it. It's a thriller. A walk-off thriller. Steve Carlton gets the win. He went all the frickin' way, actually. He won his 12th game tonight. Quite a comeback from when he got bombed last time. He pitched 10 frickin' innings, 4 hits. He got into a little bit of trouble in the early innings with base runners, but really was amazing at the end. He walked 3, struck out 7, and allowed no runs. It's a shutout for Steve Carlton, a 10-inning, 4-hit shutout. Niekro gets no decision for all that work. He pitched better than Carlton. Okay, it just goes to show you what kind of game that is. Upshur pitched 1/3. He allowed 3 hits and let up that game winner. It was in a great frickin' end to a great frickin' game. Absolutely, Ron. The final line, Cardinals 1 run, 7 hits, 2 errors. The Braves, no runs, 4 hits, and no errors. This will put the Cardinals within 9 now of the first place Pittsburgh Pirates. And the Braves' lead is cut to 1 game now, with the Giants in second place. We sure hope you enjoyed this ball game. It was a classic, Kathy Harden. I'm sorry your team didn't win. But, you know, that's the way it goes. I thank you all for being here. My name is Jeffrey Guterman. You have a great evening. Kathy Harden, Ron McGrath, Bart Ewing, Rhodes Scholar Sean, and everybody else in the Strat-O-Matic network family. Have a good night, everybody. Oh, my Lord. Wah, wah, wah. Just a classic kind of game to have with Strat-O-Matic. Really, just